Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching VCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. Welcome back to Braintree Today. I'm Martha Konstandinidis and you're watching VCAM TV. Now we'll be getting into our latest stories from the week. Last Friday, a top UN official said northern Gaza was now in a full-blown famine after more than 6 months of war between Israel and Hamas and severe Israeli restrictions on food deliveries to the Palestinian territory. Cindy McCain, the American director of the UN World Food Program, said a ceasefire and a greatly increased flow of aid through land and sea routes was essential to confront the growing humanitarian catastrophe in Gaza, which is home to 2.3 million people. A U.S. aid official said on-the-ground preparations for a new U.S.-led sea route were on track to bring in more food, including treatment for hundreds of thousands of starving children, by early or mid-May. That's when the American military expects to finish building a floating pier to receive the shipments. Aid organizations, including USAID, stress that getting more aid through border crossings is essential to warding off famine, especially for children. Last Friday, one of the sites of October's deadly Lewiston, Maine mass shootings reopened to the public. The bowling alley, Just-in-Time Recreation, welcomed people for the first time since the tragic event. The owners have replaced the floors, front desk, and bowling balls. There are also memorials inside the building for the victims who lost their lives. Hundreds were in attendance for the grand reopening celebration that was held on Friday afternoon at the bowling alley. Maine Governor Janet Mills said, quote, "With this reopening, they reaffirm their love and support for Lewiston, for the victims and their families, and for this precious place we call home," end quote. A new report shows that the United States job market saw a slowdown in April with only 175,000 jobs added, falling short of the expected figure of 233,000. Despite this slowdown, the unemployment rate remained below 4% for the 27th consecutive month, tying the longest such streak since the 1960s. Job openings fell in March to 8.5 million, the fewest in more than 3 years. The slowdown in hiring was led by healthcare companies, which added 56,000 jobs, warehouse and transportation companies added 22,000, and retailers added 20,000. Government at all levels added just 8,000 jobs in April, the lowest monthly total since December 2022. A surprising new survey finds that young Americans are misunderstanding the risks of skin cancer. The Orlando Health Cancer Institute released a survey that finds nearly a third of Americans agree that a tan makes people look healthier, a belief that can lead to risky behavior when it comes to sun exposure. Researchers are now debunking this in their new report, where they say there is no such thing as a healthy tan. Instead, a tan is just visual evidence of skin damage. 1 in 7 young adults believe that using daily sunscreens is more dangerous to the skin than direct sunlight exposure, and nearly a quarter believe that drinking water and staying hydrated prevents sunburn. It does not. Experts say that before making any decisions about your health care, including your skin care, please ask your primary care provider or check reputable online health sources. YouTubers Logan Paul and KSI founded the drink Prime Hydration in 2022. While their products have become increasingly popular and profitable, the company continues to face class action suits over the ingredients in their energy and sports drinks. According to the suit, the company was sued on April 8th over misleading and deceptive practices regarding the 12-ounce energy drinks containing between 215 to 225 milligrams of caffeine, as opposed to the advertised 200 milligrams. On top of this, Prime is dealing with another class action suit from 2023, alleging one specific flavor of the sports drink contains PFAS forever chemicals. The suit alleges that an independent third-party testing did end up finding the presence of PFAS chemicals in Prime Hydration's grape flavor. The second suit was dismissed because the plaintiff did not allege an identifiable injury and did not present facts of a concrete and imminent threat of future harm. Thanks for watching Braintree Today. We'll be right back with more after the break.
He was surprised to find out that he has elevated blood pressure, which could turn into high blood pressure. So he talked with his doctor about a healthy path to get his numbers down. He quit smoking, which makes a big difference for his overall heart health. He also cut down on salt by watching out for high sodium on food labels and added a 30-minute walk 5 days a week to his routine. These healthy steps weren't easy, but lowering his blood pressure was worth it. Learn more about his healthy path.
Welcome back. A social media post from Braintree Police revealed that 2 workers were injured in an industrial accident last Wednesday. Officials said that police responded to the industrial accident at 575 Quincy Avenue on Wednesday morning, along with Braintree Fire and Brewster ambulance personnel. Police said, quote, "A wheeled machine with a boom was being operated when it fell onto its side, impacting a crane basket of another machine, which was occupied by 2 workers," end quote. The 2 New Hampshire men suffered serious but non-life-threatening injuries and were transported to Boston hospitals for treatment. The incident is being investigated by OSHA, the Occupational Safety Health Administration. During last week's town council meeting, Braintree Mayor Aaron Joyce proposed the 2025 fiscal year budget. In hopes of raising another $8 million, officials announced the town will be holding a special election in June to ask its voters to decide on the permanent Prop 2.5 tax override. Town Clerk James Casey said there would be no early vote by mail option for the June 15th special election. This is due to several reasons, including cost and the short window to get ballots mailed out in time. If a voter is unable to show up to their polling place in person, they can still vote with an absentee ballot. For more information on how to get an absentee ballot, head to braintreema.gov. This Saturday, May 11th, a number of supporters will be rallying at Braintree Town Hall in support of the Prop 2.5 override, the only question to appear in front of voters in the June special election. The event, which was announced on Facebook, will start at 11 a.m. Supporters are encouraged to come out to show their support, meet other supporters, and to find out more information about the override vote. Another event for supporters will be held on May 14th at the Widowmaker Brewery. Event starts at 7:30 p.m. at 220 Wood Road. For more information, head to voteyesbraintree.com. As the end of the school year in Braintree approaches, seniors have a little leeway to have a lot of fun. One of the long-running traditions for graduating seniors in Braintree is called the Senior Assassin. The game usually involves high school seniors tracking other seniors until they squirt their target with a squirt gun. Braintree Police announced that as seniors continue this tradition, it has become a growing safety concern over the years. In their statement, BPD said, quote, "This activity can appear suspicious and concerning to the general public, resulting in calls to 911. Various call types we have received including participants trespassing on private property and driving dangerously in residential neighborhoods, and major roadways which puts themselves and residents at risk," end quote. This year, police are asking community members to be aware of the game, but if residents do see anything suspicious, to call police instead of investigating themselves. Braintree's Hazard Mitigation Planning Committee developed a strategy plan for reducing current and future natural hazard risks and impacts for climate change. When implemented, the Hazard Mitigation Plan makes the town more resilient to natural hazards such as flooding, snowstorms, high winds, and extreme temperatures. Federal Emergency Management Agency approval and town adoption of the Hazard Mitigation Plan allows a town to apply for pre- and post-disaster hazard mitigation grant funds. There is a commentary period for town residents who may have any questions or concerns. To see the plan, head to braintreema.gov. To send in any comments, send an email to kphelan@braintreema.gov. The American Red Cross is visiting Braintree for their initiative Sound the Alarm, Save a Life. The initiative aims to install more working smoke alarms in local homes. According to the Red Cross, working smoke detectors can cut the risk of death from home fires in half. So on May 18th, volunteers from the Red Cross and Braintree Fire Department are partnering up to install new smoke detectors in Braintree homes between 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Appointments are still available, and you can head to soundthealarm.org/MA to book it now. Thank you for watching Braintree Today on BCAM TV. We'll be right back with more stories in the area.
Hi, I'm Tom Lyons, a retired captain from the Quincy Fire Department and the author of the book Fighting Fire, A Proactive Approach. Do you know that electrical failures are the third leading cause of home fires? Cords and plugs led in this category, while extension cords dominated this category. To avoid these fires, plug heat-generated appliances directly into an outlet. Do not use power strips or extension cords on these appliances. Power strips are designed for use with electronics only. Do not put electrical cords underneath rugs or pinch behind furniture. Do not overload outlets. Charge laptops and phones on hard surfaces only. Finally, if an electrical device is not working as designed, it is time to repair it or replace it. Be conscious of your home environment and be safe, and thank you for doing so.
Welcome back to Braintree Today. Now let's get right into more stories. Massachusetts officials announced last Friday that they have activated an emergency operations plan in response to the crisis involving Steward Healthcare's remaining facilities across the state. State officials are concerned about Steward's 8 hospitals having the necessary supplies, equipment, and staffing until the crisis is resolved. Officials also want to be in place to respond to any transitions in care that could create cascading effects for the healthcare system. Governor Healy said, quote, "Steward has never been good about giving us a straight story about what's happening. So, we hear a lot, but our job is to prepare for all contingencies," end quote. So far, the plan includes creating an incident command system to coordinate the state's response. Last Friday, a pro-Palestinian encampment on the Tufts University campus in Medford was quietly taken down. The move comes some 3 days after the university issued a no trespassing order to the protesters in the academic quad. Tufts had previously said that pro-Palestine protesters were escalating the conflict by bringing in outsiders and expanding the encampment, which was set up on the quad. A written statement from the group Students for Justice in Palestine at Tufts said they were deeply angered and disappointed to announce that negotiations with the Tufts administration have failed. The group said the university offered the encampment a bad faith deal that it claimed, quote, fails to end the university's complicity in the ongoing genocide in Palestine, end quote. With 80 residents displaced in Randolph by a devastating fire at the Brittle Path Apartments, the town is now accepting donations. At this time, gift cards and online money donations are the only ways to donate to families affected by the fire. Food, clothing, and essentials are being coordinated through service agencies, but gift cards can be bought to local grocery stores, restaurants, pharmacies, clothing stores, and Visa gift cards. Gift cards can be dropped off at Randolph Town Hall, located at 41 South Main Street, the RICC, located at 128 Pleasant Street, or at the library, located at 2 North Main Street. To donate online, head to gofundme.com/F/Randolph Fire Recovery. The 3rd annual Quincy Multicultural Festival is scheduled for this Saturday, May 11th. Cultural displays will fill Pageant Field for the festival that aims to highlight Quincy's diversity. The event will include performances, food from around the world, and displays put together by Quincy families to showcase their heritage. The festival is registered as a nonprofit organization, and the event will raise money to support families interested in participating. The Quincy Multicultural Festival is scheduled for noon to 4 p.m. on Saturday, May 11th. For more information, visit quincy-multiculturalfestival.org. Experts believe the escalating conflict in the Middle East will cause gas prices to spike this summer. But that's not the only reason you should be prepared to spend more at the pump. According to AAA, gas stations will soon switch over to the summer blend fuel. The gas is better for the environment in warmer weather, but it also costs more to make. Summer fuel is more expensive than winter fuel because it takes longer to produce and has a lower yield per barrel of oil. In addition, refineries need to meet 14 different fuel specifications for the summer months, which can complicate production and distribution. These complexities can add up to 15 cents per gallon to the cost of producing summer blend fuel. Thanks for watching Braintree today. We'll be right back with more in entertainment.
Take steps to keep yourself and your family safe from ticks and the illnesses they can cause. Use EPA-approved tick repellents on your skin and clothes. Read and follow the directions. Wear light-colored clothing to make it easier to spot a crawling tick. Check for ticks on yourself, your kids, and your pets anytime you've been outdoors. Some tick bites can make you sick, but finding and removing a tick properly makes it less likely. Call your doctor if you start to feel ill or notice a rash near the bite. Play it safe when you're outdoors.
Welcome back to Braintree Today. Today in entertainment, we have 3 recommendations for you to watch. First, Unfrosted takes place in 1963 Michigan and tells the story of rival cereal companies Kellogg's and Post, who are both racing to create a pastry that will change the face of breakfast forever: Pop-Tarts. The film is directed by and stars Jerry Seinfeld alongside Melissa McCarthy and Jim Gaffigan. You can watch Unfrosted now on Netflix. Next, The Contestant is a documentary that tells the story of Tomoaki Hamatsu, nicknamed Nasubi. The film chronicles his experience as a Japanese reality TV star who was left naked in a room for more than a year, tasked with filling out magazine sweepstakes to earn food and clothing. The film is directed by Claire Titley, and you can watch The Contestant now on Hulu. Finally, Do Not Expect Too Much from the End of the World follows an overworked and underpaid production assistant who shoots a workplace safety video commissioned by a multinational company. A scandal erupts when one interviewee reveals the company's liability in an accident. The film stars Ilinka Manolaish and Nina Haas. You can watch Do Not Expect Too Much from the End of the World now on Amazon Prime. That'll do it for news today. Remember, if you're a customer of Verizon, you can watch BCAM TV in high definition on channel 2128. I'm Martha Konstandinidis, and thank you for watching Braintree today on BCAM TV. We'll see you next time.